Welcome back, sports fans. In this segment, I'm going to discuss the Wolverines game against the Badgers tonight. What I'd said in the other segment is pretty much true. I think this is a must-win for Jim Harbaugh and the Wolverines. History, though, is definitely on the Wolverines' side. They lead the overall series, and I believe it's 51-16-1, and they've won the 2 games in Ann Arbor with Jim Harbaugh as their head coach. In fact, the Badgers have not won in Ann Arbor since 2010. However, when they did, that was a thorough butt-kicking, and I remember that game very well, and it was ugly to say the least. If the Wolverines don't play better than they have the last 2 weeks, this game tonight is likely to more resemble the 2010 game than the 2 games they've actually beaten the Badgers, one of which was actually very good, and that'd be the last time, and that was the 35-13 win, and that was part, if you recall, of the Wolverines' revenge tour, as they called it. So it just is going to depend on which Wolverines team shows up tonight. History and tradition say that the Wolverines very rarely lose 3 games in a row. But the Badgers have not played in a while. The Wolverines are emotionally downtrodden, but they need to shake that off, and they need to focus on the Badgers. If they do, I think the Russ versus Russ, I think they'll be able, because they've been playing, the Badgers haven't. I think they're more football ready. I think they'll be able to more physically top the Badgers and dominate the game. Whereas if the Badgers had kept playing, that might not have been the case. But with the situation at hand, this is a very winnable game as far as I'm concerned for the Wolverines. And if they don't, I would highly suggest to the athletic director that Jim Harbaugh be relieved of his duties. In the next segment, I will preview the Spartans game in just a few hours against the Indiana Hoosiers. Stay tuned to the College Football Recap on Ed's Sports Channel.